Most coaches, consultants, and growth operators are operating under a massive delusion. You think that because someone clicked a link, filled out a form, and picked a time on your calendar, so you have a prospect. The truth? You have nothing. You have just the name, an email address, and phone number in the database. But in the mind of that lead, you don't exist. I see that a lot of times. You're becoming a commodity. You're just another Zoom call on the Tuesday that they are already looking for an excuse to cancel. Because most business people think that scaling is about automation. They want to set it and forget it lifestyle. So they rely on this weak, generic SMS and email reminders. Like, hey, don't forget our call in 15 minutes. And let me tell you something from my experience. If I would rely just on generic reminders, our show-up rate would be much lower and we will close much less deals. Why? Because these reminders are just air. They have zero weight. So today, I'm going to share with you how to stop being just another Zoom call in someone's calendar and start being a leader before the call even starts. That's the video dedicated especially if you run a sales team or you're closing clients on your own. My name is Wojciech and I help coaches and consultants, info product business owners hit 6-7-figure months with predictable one-to-many systems. So I implement backend selling systems, I implement webinar funnels, challenge funnels, and different strategies just to scale you as fast as possible in the most predictable way. And I'm not yapping about some stuff I learned from the internet, I'm yapping about something that I learned during the practice of running my own agency and actually scaling that from 0 to 50K per month in just 6 months, and also while working with different info product creators, learning this stuff in the battle. So let's dive into it. Let's start with the statement I wanted to give you. Sales is the reflection of self. Let me explain. I was talking to one of my students the other day. He was sick and tired, and he told me that he stopped going to gym. His logic was very simple. You know what? I'm not making enough money. Once the cash will start flowing, then I will have the time to take care of myself. I told him that this was exactly backward because the sales business is a direct reflection of who you are. It is a transfer conviction. If you show up to your business feeling weak, feeling disorganized, and feeling like a victim of your circumstances, your prospects will smell it through the screen. And when it comes to this story, yes, I was the same. I'm used to make the same mistake. And I remember when I went to the office that we rented and I could work all day long without eating, even without a break. I was just, working, just focus on work. And my business partner, who's doing currently $7 million annually in his business, he approached me saying, bro, you need to eat something. And I was like, no, I need to work. And that's what 7-figure guy told me. So yeah, I used to make the same mistake. I'm not trying to show myself as someone perfect. So that's why I want you to avoid these mistakes. And when it comes to my student, he finally listened. He went back to the gym, he started working out, and you know what? He felt amazing. And even though he was tired after these gym sessions, he felt different energy. So he appeared differently on sales calls or calls with clients. So the small shift of mindset that you focus on treating yourself right, you are serious about your health, about your wellness, then everything becomes much easier. So if you aren't training your body, nutrition it well, you aren't training your mind actually to handle a 7-figure sales flow. And I'm speaking from experience. But let's get back to the show-up rate aspect, because we live with the world obsessed with leverage. Everyone wants to remove themselves from the business before they even earn the first money here. If you aren't making at least 50K per month, your show rate should be minimum of 85-90%. If it's lower, it's because you're lazy. You think you're too big to do the unscalable actions. And obviously, I made the same mistake. When a lead books call with me, or one of my salespeople, the system doesn't just send a confirmation email. This system literally starts a war of attention. I operate from this frame. The lead will forget who I am 2 minutes after booking. So I need to nurture this relationship before the sales call even starts. So what do I do and my salespeople do? We send selfie videos, we send voice notes, I send specific breakdowns or case studies tailored to this specific ICP. I make them feel like a human being, not just a random number in the CRM system. If you want people to respect your time, you have to show them that you've already invested yours into them. So here's the 4-part framework you use to engineer the show-up rate that most business owners would die for. First, the immediate human touch. The second that booking hits, the clock is ticking. Within 5-10 minutes, they should receive a personalized touch, not an automated one. If you think about something like this, a real one. For example, yo John, I just saw your application come through. I noticed you mentioned your close rate is stuck at 15%. I'm actually looking at a script right now that fixed fixed that for a client last week. Looking forward to showing you. So people feel like they are treated like a real people, not like just another number into CRM. The second thing, the selfie video, that leverages the familiarity bias. So the more people are exposed to someone, they trust him or her more. That's the principle. So if they can see your face and hear your voice before the call, the stranger danger is gone. So you can literally send 15-20 seconds selfie video. And don't worry about the lighting, don't worry about the background. In fact, if you're in the gym or walking the dog, it's actually even more natural and better because they see you as a human, not as a random bot or a salesperson who doesn't care about the prospect. It shows that you're real and you have a real life. The third, the personalized value injection. Most people send just reminders and like case studies links. It's boring. So send them a personalized observation. Hey, I was just looking at your IG, website, funnel. I think I see exactly why your lead flow is inconsistent. I will break that down on our call on Thursday. Now, they will show up because they are curious. And the tip number 4, the authority flip. This is the most powerful part because if the lead doesn't respond to your outreach prior to the call, you cancel them. I tell my guys, don't let anyone disrespect you. If a lead ignores your value and ignores your videos, they probably aren't a serious prospect. And I will message them, hey, I noticed that you aren't engaging with the prep material I sent. I take my time seriously and I only work with people who do the same. I've cancelled our slot so someone else can take it. The result, most of the time what happens? They apologize and they start to chase you. So the power dynamic is completely flipped on your advantage. And I heard that especially from my students that I teach one-on-one how to scale their agencies, and they ask me all the time, Wojciech, I don't have enough testimonials, case studies. How can I close clients? And I will be honest with you, because I used to think the same. But honestly, I don't remember the last time lead asked me for a testimonial. Literally, when I'm sitting right now recording this video, let me think actually. Maybe it was 2 years ago or something? No, even before. Yeah, 2 years or something. I remember someone asked me for testimonial. I was closing American business in the real estate space. Well, you know why no one's asking me for testimonial? Because when you provide specific surgical value during the process, they don't need the proof from someone else. If you can describe their problem better than they can, they automatically assume that you have the solution. If I can point a leak in your backend sales system and tell you exactly how many thousands of dollars it's costing you per month, you don't ask me for more reference. You ask me the question how to fix it immediately to make more money. And this is the level of precision we bring to the business we work with. So depending on where you are in the journey, the way we solve these problems is different. For some businesses, we do done-for-you partnership. So we build their webinar funnel, we train the setters, when we help you implement all of these best practices to actually increase your shop rates and growth rates. For other business owners who already have a team, I come in as a consultant. I audit the sales calls, I secret shop the closers, and I fix the culture and mindset of your salespeople because that's like 80% of success. And honestly, I don't believe in one-size-fits-all solutions because every sales floor has different vibration and different leaks, different advantages and disadvantages. And I also helped you to adjust your marketing funnel to play into the strength of your sales team. So that's also the additional thing. But whether it's done-for-you implementation of one-to-many systems or advisory, the goal is always the same: removing the randomness from your revenue and scale to predictable 6-7 figure months. And if you remember one thing from this video, let it be this: business is nothing more than relationships managed through systems. So stop chasing and start attracting clients. When your profile is crisp, your conviction is high, and your outreach is highly personalized, you aren't a salesperson anymore. You're a strategic partner. You're a blessing to their business. If you're tired of the guessing game and you want to engineer a scaling system that actually works, click the first link in the description. You will learn here a little bit more about how we operate, how we help, the client results, how we actually add these 6 figures to the bottom line with using one-to-many systems. If you have any questions, feel free to DM me on Instagram. I will also provide you the link in the description. Obviously, you can comment below, subscribe to the channel, and give a like if you like this video and you see the value in it. And also, I think I highly recommend you to watch one of my videos when I was interviewed by Jordan Belfort's marketer. Yes, the Wolf of Wall Street marketer. We spoke a little bit about my story, about marketing sales processes that actually got me from 0 to 50K per month in just 6 months. And that's basically it. I recommend it, and thank you for watching and see you in the next video.